Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Train Your Gavin. I'm not exactly wearing appropriate attire today for this kind of spooky reading vlog. Yeah. However, I am going to be reading some spooky books in this vlog, and I have picked definitely two that I want to read in this. I'm about to go live with my patrons to do some reading sprints for like the next 6-7 hours, and I plan to get as much read as I possibly can because I actually have not yet really started my October TBR, and it's currently October 11th. I need to get on that. So I have two books for definite that I want to read. I have The House in the Woods by Yvette Fielding. This one is a middle grade ghost story spooky book, and Yvette Fielding, if you do not know, she was a host on Blue Peter years ago, as well as a host of Most Haunted. So I'm not surprised that she's released a ghost story, although I do believe she has written something else beforehand. And this is the first book in the Ghost Hunter Chronicles. It's about, I think, 3 kids, Clovis, Eve, and Tom, who decide to play with a Ouija board on Halloween, and they unleash some spirits. They most likely end up becoming ghost hunters, so it'll be great to find out like how that comes about in this one. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I was actually in an episode of Most Haunted. They actually came to my house because I was getting some disturbances from a ghost, and they ended up coming and checking it out. I believe that episode never actually aired, but I was sent some tapes and I got to see it. So if I find those tapes, I will include them in this video. You know, 100% authentic, never before seen, so this is an absolute exclusive. So I'm just really excited about that and excited to read this. So the next book I'd love to read is Small Spaces by Katherine Arden. This one will be a reread. I read this last year or the year before. I've forgotten now. But I am rereading this because I am doing an interview with Katherine Arden next Monday. So I need to, well, I'm going to see if I can try and reread Dead Voices as well as, is it Dark Waters, the 3rd book in the series? I don't think I'll be doing that in this vlog. Anyway, Small Spaces, from what I remember, was about Ollie, who goes on a school trip to a farm, and the school trip ends up being a lot more nightmarish than they realised. So yeah, obviously I definitely need to reread this because I've forgotten most of it. As well as Dead Voices, I've forgotten a lot about Dead Voices too. So yeah, I've got 20 minutes until the live show now, so I'm going to see if I can quickly make something to eat and then go live, and then I will see if I can try and find the lost episode of Most Haunted for your viewing pleasure. That is the first update. I just wanted kind of another spooky reading vlog like I did last year when I camped outside. I'm not camping outside this year. I actually don't have an outside to camp in. I mean, I do have a backyard, but it's very small, and I don't really know this area all that well since I only moved here in July, so I can't really camp outside like I did in the last vlog. However, hopefully the lost tape of the Most Haunted episode will make up for it. Hello and welcome to Most Haunted. Over the past several months, the owner of the haunted house in Gateshead has welcomed many visitors. Night after night, the figures of men could be spotted entering the property. The neighbours have reported that they have lost count how many times the owner has been visited. Alright. I'm not that much of a slag, okay? God. Doesn't count when it's repeat visits. The troubling reports have indicated that they have heard disturbing noises, including banging, thumping, and a lot of loud moaning. It is said that the spirits of those men still haunt this house. The house was erected in 1066 and was once said to be a brothel. While the interior has changed, it appears as though the purpose of the house has not. Spirits of men can be seen walking up and down the street, going this way and that, and then vanish without a trace. The name has repeatedly been brought up by those who know the legends of this house, and that name is Jack. Aye, there is a ghost called Jack living here, I read. Nasty piece of work. He once pulled me knickers down when I was walking home from the shops. Dropped me kebab all over the pavement. And how did you know it was Jack? Because I heard this maniacal laughter and footsteps running away, and he said, "Me name is Jack," so that's how I know. More neighbours have come forward to say that they believe that some kind of devil worship once took place in this house. It would account for some of the rumours of constant shouting, as if some kind of ritual was taking place. It's constant, every single night, banging on that wall. I worry the man who lives there already is already possessed or something. And what makes you think that? I can hear him shouting, yes, enter me body. Use any hole you can find, just get inside me. Someone needs to help that poor man before it's too late. Oh, there's already so much negative energy in this room. I'm not surprised, considering we're standing in the most haunted house in America. We're in England, Derek. I can really feel something in the atmosphere. Oh, it's evil, Yvette. I was hit with a bad smell as soon as I walked in. Come on, son. Give me that energy. Yeah. I can feel it. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting some kind of messages. Oh, yeah. He's going in and out. In out. Does this male have a name? Oh my God, it's Donald Duck. Jack. Jack me off. Oh, you dirty bastard. So we found Jack. He's very much here. He's very much here. Now that we've already had a ghostly encounter, all that was left to do was wait until dark so we could conduct our paranormal investigation. So I finished the first book for this vlog during my reading sprints, which are still happening. We are just in the middle of a sprint now, so I thought I would give you an update because I finished this, and I think I'm going to give this one 2 stars. It was fine. It wasn't a bad book by any means. It had some really good moments. It had some great ghostly happenings and occurrences happening, and I enjoyed those bits. But I will say I wasn't really the biggest fan of characters, because I didn't think the dialogue was great. A lot of the dialogue felt very, forced, and a lot of telling was being told in dialogue. It took me out the story, it really did. What's different about this from other middle grades is that it does incorporate an adult in the story, which is refreshing to see, but I didn't really like it all that much in this because I felt like having the adult there eliminated a lot of the scary stuff about it, especially since the adult is very knowledgeable and has pretty much all the answers, all the equipment, everything you possibly need. And because of that, everything else in the book seemed rather easy and things were conveniently wrapped up and discovered. So I feel like if it wasn't for the adult character, which also lowered the logic a bit because this adult character is he's a professor, but he helps them in this case. But why is he allowing these children to go back into this haunted house where there were Nazi soldiers that were killed and their ghosts are there and it could be potentially rather dangerous for these kids? I just realized I never actually explained that there are Nazi soldiers in this. Yeah, that's a thing. But the story in this was fine. You know, it was like a good ghost story kind of thing because we had Clovis, Eve, and Tom. They did this silly thing with the Ouija board by going into this haunted house and they found themselves with a ghost attached to them. And that was rather exciting because when they got home, the ghost would make kind of mischief for them, and there was one where there was these bloody footprints left in the house. And what was actually really good about that was that it involved the parents in the house as well, so the parents could see it too. So it wasn't even that it was only something that the kids could see, it was everybody could see, you know? So it wasn't like the parents were willfully ignorant or anything like a lot of middle grades make them. So they were actually present and stuff, and that was all fine and well, and I was like, okay, that's like different. But yeah, then it got into Uncle Rufus, who is the professor. He's the adult who helps them and he gives them the equipment and stuff. He becomes a bigger part of the story, and that's when I think the story falls apart, because as soon as you take it away from the kids, as soon as you eliminate their agency and their sense of discovery, it makes it a lot more harder to follow. Yeah, I really wanted to love this though because it's a perfect premise, and I thought, you know, it would be perfectly atmospheric, and in parts it was. But I just didn't end up falling in love with it, which is a shame. So yeah, I think I'm going to give this one 2 stars, and I would recommend reading it if you are a fan of ghost stories. There are some like technical things that happen in this, and I think that's probably due to the fact that Yvette is like a professional and she has used professional equipment before, so a lot of that is brought into this as well, so you do get that kind of authenticity to it. I wouldn't write this off completely. It just wasn't really for me, and as a ghost story, it was just too easily done, you know? So I didn't love it, but it wasn't terrible. 2 stars. I do feel bad. I feel so bad about that. So sorry, Yvette. Anyway, I will be starting my reread of Small Spaces very, very soon. I'm so excited because I know I enjoyed this the first time I read it, and I think I'm going to enjoy it again. Yeah, I think I'm going to enjoy it again. I feel the presence of someone standing right behind me. Ah! Oh! Oh! What was that? Oh, I couldn't tell if that was Jack slapping me arse, or if it was some other malicious entity that wants to come and communicate with us right now. Jack, if you are here with us, can you please make a noise? Let us know you're here. Brilliant, Jack. Can you do it again? Excellent. Sometime later, Derek and I split up to add dramatic effect.
Hello?
Derek, is that you?
Can you see me?
I heard something.
Can you find me?
Something just blew into my ear. Roger, did you get it? Did you get it?
Stay with me.
Oh, I don't like this. It's freezing. Derek, is that you? Derek? What's that noise? Did you hear something? What's that? But it's just you and me, Jack. Come on, son. Tell me what it is you want, and I will give it to you. Well, you could have just said. In all my years of working on Most Haunted, I've never felt such strong, ghostly, negative energy. The air is rife with evil. If there's anyone there, please make a noise.
I am right behind you.
Later that night, Derek and I decided to perform a seance. Did you hear that? Okay, Jack, now is your time to talk to us. Bang the table if you're here with us now. No. Hold on just a moment. Derek, are you alright? Yeah, I'm fine. We are not here to disturb you. We are here to help you. What is it that is keeping you here? What deep, personal trauma is keeping you earthbound and preventing you from moving on? Roger, are you getting this? That was very, very pronounced. Oh my god, the candle's flickering. What could possibly be doing that? Are you still with us? Have you moved on? Well, it's the morning after and I finished Small Spaces. Just as I thought, I'm giving it 4 stars again. I gave it 4 stars the first time round as well. I really enjoy this story. It's just so spooky when it needs to be and just so well written. oh, I just really enjoy it. And it had so much emotional baggage. It had some really creepy scenes as well, like especially with the smiling man. Oh, chills. There are like some bits that I think are a little bit, what's the word? Illogical, I guess. Especially when you have like an adult leaving kids on a school bus by themselves. But other than that, genuinely, I don't think I have anything that really is negative to say about this. And one of the things I actually forgot about this was that there was like this kind of book within a book. So early on we have Ollie come across a strange lady who is about to throw a book away, and she is rambling and saying these really strange things. And Ollie, I mean, I don't know why, like I would never go up to a stranger who's about to throw a book in, a creek or a river or whatever. If somebody's throwing a book away, I mean, obviously that's not great. You could donate to a library. Like Ollie did bring some good points, but I still would never approach a stranger who was throwing something away. Like that could have been a diary. That could have been a diary with some like really intense, traumatic things in. You just don't know, So I was a little bit like, Ollie, what are you doing? But it was still really interesting to see how that developed and how the story within the story developed as well. This is a book that is my October Patreon middle grade book club pick. So I'm excited to talk more about this with my patrons. For now though, I would say like it's one of the best written children's horror stories in terms of atmosphere. Like it's definitely up there. It's pushing a 5-star, but it just isn't quite there for me just yet. And I don't know what it will take for it to be the full 5 stars. Maybe when I read Dark Waters, maybe that one will be 5 stars, because I know Dead Voices is a 4-star. I don't think I love Dead Voices as much as this one, but I'm still really excited to reread that one actually. Not going to be rereading it in this vlog though. I don't have time. I should have put it on my official TBR, but I just didn't, because I love doing that to myself. Especially after reading the Goosebumps books last month, and especially the one with the Scarecrow. I mean, this one definitely is better than that, but I have this affinity towards scarecrows in kind of scary books, because scarecrows do scare the life out of me sometimes. And I think that Goosebumps book did it well, but Small Spaces did it better. Oh, I also really love Coco and Brian as well, who are Ollie's friends. Like, they don't have the most conventional friendship. Well, what I love most is that Ollie really does stick up for Coco when she's being bullied, even if it gets her in trouble. And Brian is somebody who you'd think would be like a stereotypical jock. But turns out there is like way more to him than meets the eye. And just all of these different touches of real humanity in these characters just makes this such a believable and enchanting story. The dialogue in this was great. Love the dialogue. It was something that I thought The House in the Woods didn't really do that well, and it wasn't really a strong suit of House in the Woods. And similarly, in House in the Woods, we had 3 main characters in that one. We have 3 main characters in this one. And what was really good is that this one didn't have an adult kind of ruin it, essentially. As much as I thought it was illogical for that teacher to leave the kids and whatever, it was still a good thing, because having adults away from this kind of action really helps to add to the suspense. And sometimes it doesn't make sense, of course, but sometimes you just have to suspend your belief just so that you can enjoy what you are reading. So yeah, again, 4 stars. Thought it was really, really good. I don't think there's anything else I could say about it without going into spoilers. But yeah, I really enjoyed it, and it makes me look forward to reading the next one even more. And Dark Waters as well, really excited to read that for the first time. I really do hope that I found that lost episode of Most Haunted, because, Yvette never actually said why she wouldn't come back to the house, and the production team didn't tell me why they cancelled the episode just so, spontaneously and without explanation. So yeah, it'll be really interesting to find out why that happened. It's a mystery. But anyway, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please leave this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts on either of the books if you've read them, and I will hopefully see you in the next video. Bye!
Don't be scared. I just want to play a game with you.